the Larry Sanders Show
Yeah.
is just one of the most perfect television shows of all time.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Gary Shandling on that show, Jeremy?
I was right out of college, and I understood immediately, that I'm on the bench and I'm witnessing greatness, and I just need to soak it all up. And they were incredible. He was an absolute genius, and I just was so lucky to be a part of that. I was walking across the parking lot. Mark Hirschfeld, who cast Seinfeld, approached me and said, would you audition for Seinfeld? I had never seen Seinfeld. I didn't have a TV. I'm a stage actor from Chicago. I still think I'm broke, even though I'm on a TV show. I'm living in the pool house without a TV. I'd never seen the show. He said, would you audition for George? I said, of course. I'm not even allowed to audition for, I'm on a TV show.
Yes, right.
So I auditioned, get the role, do the show. I was on Seinfeld and had never seen the show.
Right.
So I was playing George, being directed by Larry David and Jason Alexander, 3 different incarnations of George, and I'd never seen the show.
So when you're referring to the show
within the show,
the show within the show,
yes,
where you played the Costanza of the show that was being put on about nothing that George and Jerry had sold to NBC, and you played that George being directed by technically, the real George, Jason Alexander, and then Larry David, who George is apparently based on, and you had never seen Seinfeld before.
No, never. But I talked to Jason in the parking lot, and so I whipped it. See, I'm still in that journeyman actor mentality right now.
Sure.
So, like, if you said we have an audition in the parking lot, I'd go, yeah, let's go. What are we doing?
Right.
So I just went after it and somehow got lucky and did it. I didn't even understand they were the Beatles, because I was just on the show and they were great. I didn't have a TV. So I knew they were a big deal, but I just got to hang with these guys and they were amazing and great, and I had an incredible time.
But you were on the Larry Sanders Show at the time that
Correct.
you took that
I was
gig
a series
on Seinfeld.
regular playing the head writer.
Right.
And I played that character as if I thought I was not funny at all, but I was the head writer. So I played him in this very tragic way, and it was a blast.
Who are some of the guest stars on Larry Sanders that you got to meet that were really like big for you? Because that was the real deal that was coming through as the guest stars on that show.
Yeah,
back in the day.
I mean, we had everyone, and you have to understand, I'm a huge sports fan, so we had Sugar Ray Leonard and a lot of people doing the show, and you have to understand, this kicked off original programming at HBO.
Yes.
So there are people doing the show who thought it was a talk show. They didn't know it was a fiction. No, literally. And it was incredible. My job on that show was to not break, and that was my only point of concentration. Was I have to get through the scene and look at Jeffrey Tambor and not laugh. That's all I was thinking.
Good luck.
Yeah, because everyone was a genius on the show. Yeah, everyone was crushing it.
Right.
And so I just got to learn a lot. So by the time I was up for Entourage, which is another HBO show, I had, I'd been on stage since I was 8 years old. I started Second City in Chicago with Chris Farley. That's how old I am. This was the 90s.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I had done, 40 movies before I even started Entourage, so I was ready.
All right, I'm going to bite on that one. So you're doing Second City with Chris Farley?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Well, Chris was like no other, and, he went hard in the paint. You know what I mean? And he was all in every aspect. But those were the days of Dennis Rodman, who I don't know why I went there.
Okay.
But someone else.
I'm loving this.
No, because I just thought hard in the paint, and that was a guy, and I said, how do you do it? You would hang out with Rodman until 1:00 and then he would get 11 minutes sleep and pull down 19 rebounds, still hammered. And I'm looking at the TV like this, and I'm going, how is he doing that?
You've experienced this yourself, is what you're saying.
I was in the belly of the beast with him.
With Rodman?
Correct. At Crowbar, which is a gay nightclub, until 1:00. Are we on the air right now? I can't tell what's happening. I'm telling you too much information. But no, I mean, we need an hour segment because I can unpack everything. My first movie was with your guy, Charlie Sheen.
Okay, who was here just yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so imagine me. I'm a stage actor from Chicago. I just completed my football career.
Yes.
And people laugh. Why is that funny? My jersey number said linebacker. My body said kicker. But I was doing fine. And then I got to put the pads on again and be in Lucas. Yeah. Charlie Sheen comes to town, and that's Hollywood royalty. I'm a huge fan of Martin Sheen. And on day one of our shoot, and I'm like, oh my God, we get to. I'm a paid actor, and I'm a football player. And he goes, dude, the only thing that's going to get me through this, dude, is if I have a 12-pack and a big fat joint, dude. Wow. And I was like, what?
Sounds
you have to be medicated?
I didn't see that line in Lucas.
The director came over and goes, Charlie, we're going to get on that 12-pack and that joint. He goes, dude, I forgot I'm Mike, dude. That was my first day on a set. He came out of the womb like that. He came out of the womb just a complete and utter wrecking ball.
Dude.
Yeah.
And this was a question about Chris Farley.
Yeah, I know I have a limited amount of time.
No!
Do you know
Come
what I mean?
on, dude.
I'm just going. No, Chris was a genius from the jump.
Do you remember a Second City skit that you wound up being in with him? Do you have any?
They separated us because we were both a bit out of our minds. And so we were in the touring company. So he went, to the east and I went to the west.
Okay. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.